Hello there, my name is Michael Maynard and what you're looking at today is a thing called the Mad Bob Ghost Pro Tactical Entry Set. So, what is it? Well, it is Mad Bob's take on something very similar, I guess, to the Sparrow's EOD kit. It is a stripped down set mainly of rakes, but also one or two single pin picks as well. Designed to get into a maximum number of locks very quickly. And I've got to say, guys, I bought this one out of my own money, so this isn't a review copy, this is one that I've legitimately purchased. And I'm being very honest here, I think it's flawed and I wouldn't buy this again. Now, I think what we have here is the bones of what could be a really good kit. There are some things in here that I really like, but at the moment, 2017, I think in its current iteration, it is not a kit that I would purchase. Now, let's go through and let's see what's good and what's bad. The first thing that's good is the case that it's in. I like that. It's nice and robust, it's nice and small. You can carry that round with you and it would do a good job of holding onto the picks and protecting them. Right, enough said about the case. Now, first thing we got in here is turning tools. We have got one top of the keyway tension wrench. It is 0.8 of a millimetre thick. We have got two bottom of the keyway tension turning tools, slightly different widths and thicknesses. One is the straight version and one is the version with the 90-degree twist in it. Now, I am on record as loving the Mad Bob tension wrench. I think that the top of the keyway tension wrench that Mad Bob does is the best in the business. And I think that these two bottom of the keyway wrenches are as good as any. You could make your own, okay? I mean, they're just bent and slightly shaped wiper blade inserts. But the bottom line is those three things are good. Now, next thing. We come to the picks themselves. The picks themselves break down into rakes and hooks, basically. But there are two that are out of left field, and I want to cover those first. These two little beasts here, that one there is a long reach tool. So the idea is that this is to get into the back of very long, deep locks and set high cut pins. So particularly 7-pin locks, things like bests, you know, the small format interchangeable core locks, those sort of things, where you need to scoop right in, up and under. I can sort of see the use for that pick. It has got a little bit of a knob on the end there to help pick placement, and frankly it's not a shape that I've ever used, but I can see maybe that it would be some use. This one, on the other hand, I have got absolutely no idea what that's for. My gut feeling is that I really think that this is no use to man or beast. Okay, I honestly can't see the sense in this pick. If somebody knows what that's for, could they please leave a comment below? But my feeling is that this has not earned its place in the kit, and it's not something that we really need. Okay, let's get those two out of the way first. Now, next things I want to talk about are the rakes. There are three of those. So what we've got here is a pretty standard kind of a bogatar. So you can see a pretty standard triple peak there. They are beautifully made and they are beautifully finished. So these have all been hand polished. They could do with a little more hand polishing. So if we were keen, we would get in there with some 1500 or 2000 grit wet and dry paper and polish those up further. But that's a well-made pick. The handle is beautiful. I love those things. I like the way that it fits nicely in your hand. I like the way that they've got these wee cutouts that you can kind of grip onto, and I like the way that there is no plastic, no junk on there. You can really feel the pick well with that, okay? They are reasonably thick, so they measure out at about 23 thousandths. So you're not going to use it in a really narrow, tight kind of a keywayed lock, and in fact that's one of the things I don't like about this set. All of the picks are the same thickness, so they are all 23 thou. Okay, on to the next ones. These things are also rakes. They are called either king or queen or prince and princess. A lot of different manufacturers use lots of different names for them. But they are rakes for slightly different bitted locks. So you try your Bogota first. This would generally be the default rake for most guys. If you can't get into a lock and you suspect that that's because the bitting is a little bit tricky, you can try a low-high combination or a high-low combination. These two picks are very, very useful. Now, in my view, gentlemen, those three picks there and those 3 tension wrenches there, that little pile, that's basically the good part of this kit. All right, for my money, those are the things that work. Now, let's put those to one side and let's come to the last 3 things in here. We have got a kind of a medium hook. Now, I've tried this hook in a lot of locks. That hook is a little bit of a queer shape. It is a little bit difficult to get on with. And if I just put that next to a Sparrow's short hook, if I show you those two together, you will see that that Mad Bob shape, that's a pretty big crude hook, that one. And I find that I don't have a lot of feel with that, okay? My feeling is if you were going to put a hook in, one single hook in a set like this, you'd want something maybe a little bit more subtly designed, a little bit better put together than that one. Second thing you've got is a half diamond, a nice straight half diamond. That is a good pick. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And again, you guys know what you do with this. It's a combination of a rake, so you can rake pins very easily with that with light tension, and then you can get in there and single pin pick the ones that don't set. That's a nice bit of gear, all right? I like that more than I like the kind of medium-sized hook. And this little thing, this is the main reason that I don't like this set. Now, this is a half ball DeForest. Now, if you look at that, you will see that that thing there is very badly bent. When I got this, that was the normal shape that a DeForest is, so it was cocked up at a much higher angle. And I found that I bent this hook the first time I used it. Now guys, that is a very, very strange thing to happen, and I will see if I can give you a better close-up of this, because it really is important. Now we're going to put a couple of picks on a white background here. I have bent that hook and I have bent the ball, and you can see the crease in the middle in both of them. So you can see there's a crease right there, and you can see there's a crease, where's my pick? There's a crease there where that bent downwards, and I actually had to bend the damn thing back to straighten it. So you've got a crease here and a crease there. Now let me zoom back out again, and I'll show you the handle. Here is our handle, right? It's, you know, reasonably springy, okay, but if I just do that, I just put a bend in that metal. Gentlemen, picks, good quality picks, should not do that. So those the literature on the website says that this is 301 stainless. I don't know whether it's 301 stainless or not, but I know that that metal is far, far softer than any 301 stainless I have ever used before, and believe me, I've used a lot of picks. So there we have it in a nutshell, guys. The core of this set is really, really good, and we'll come back to it, okay? We have got 3 real good rakes. I have got no argument with the shape of those at all. They're all made of this soft material, okay, and that is a definite downside. We have got 3 tension tools here that I really like. We have got a case that I really like, and we have got a half diamond up there, which I can see some use for as well. But I really do not like the material these are made of. I think the material is rubbish, frankly. And we have got 2 picks here that I don't think have earned their place in the kit. If I was building this kit, I would be leaving those out. I would be replacing them with something with a little bit more utility, a little bit more use. So maybe I would have a better shaped steep hook, and I'd have a short hook in there as well, and maybe I would have another rake of some kind, maybe a twin peak as well as the triple peak, and I'd be making it out of different steel. So there you have it, folks. The Mad Bob Ghost Pro Tactical Entry Kit. Good but flawed, and currently I wouldn't buy it. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's Michael Maynard.